Hey there, Parker Reed here, and welcome to PR Media, your home for everything movies and music through my eyes. And today we have a review of the new 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray edition of Akira. In 1988, the Japanese government drops an atomic bomb on Tokyo after ESP experiments on children go awry. In 2019, 31 years after the nuking of the city, Kaneda, a bike gang leader, tries to save his friend Tetsuo from a secret government project. He battles anti-government activists, greedy politicians, irresponsible scientists, and a powerful military leader until Tetsuo's supernatural powers suddenly manifest. A final battle is fought in Tokyo Olympiad, exposing the experiment's secrets. So going into this review, I would not consider myself an expert on Japanese animation or animation in general. It's just really not my thing. I'm more of a live-action guy. I do enjoy some traditional Japanese animations like Ghost in the Shell I really liked from earlier this year on 4K, but it's not one I have a lot of experience with. So going into Akira, I did know it was a very influential anime, but I just didn't really love the story. It didn't grip me. I found myself wandering a lot throughout the film, and there is a lot of action in this, and when there's not real people behind that action, I start to lose a little bit of emotional investment in what's going on, so it just didn't grip me. I understand that it was very influential and a lot of people really enjoy it. It just was not my cup of tea. But is the 4K transfer good? Let's find out. So if you decide to pick up Akira on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, you have this really cool set to choose from, and here is the artwork on the front. And here is the artwork on the back. A cool double cover there. And here is what the spine looks like. And everything is housed in this cool slip cover here. And then the actual case itself looks like this with some even more artwork. And then some information about the film and some still imagery as well as some technical specs on the back. Unfortunately, no digital download code with this, but here is what the 4K disc looks like. Then here is the first Blu-ray disc. Then here is the bonus Blu-ray disc. All of them have different artwork. And this release also comes with a special booklet featuring some still imagery from the movie as well as some behind the scenes details and some interviews. A cool thing for a collector of this film. So for visuals on Akira, we have native 4K 2160p, and this is full screen, so you will not have any black bars at the top and the bottom. And this is one of the best animated pictures I've seen in quite a long time, and it's one of the oldest too, so that is saying a lot. The hand-drawn animation really lends itself to 4K. Sure, it's not going to leap off the screen as much as something modern like a Toy Story 4 or something would. That's just true to the source, and this is the best this movie's ever looked. Everything is very crisp, everything is very clear, and sometimes there's a little bit of a problem when it's so clear in its anime because you can really tell that it's not real. Sometimes the blurring of less quality mediums makes everything bleed together a little bit more and you can't see through all the animation flaws. So that is one thing to look out for on this release. It is very good quality, but sometimes that shows the imperfections and the limitations of the quality at the time. But this is a really good looking anime, so no complaints visually here for me. And I watched the English dub version, so for audio we have a Dolby True HD 2.0 track, and I was not very impressed with this whatsoever. Sure, you can always hear the dialogue, but when there's not a lot going on besides dialogue and some random action sounds, there would be a really big problem if you couldn't hear the dialogue. The music was good, the score was good, and that was solid for the inherent source material here, but it just didn't impress me, it didn't immerse me. I was waiting for my subbar and my subwoofer to really get going, and they just never really did on this release. So for audio, I think it was kind of poor. It was below average for sure. If we got like a 5.1 track or even Dolby Atmos on this, I think this release really would have been served because this 2.0 is just not working for me. So would I recommend Akira on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray? I'm going to have to say from a personal standpoint, and this is just coming from me, I'm going to say pass on this release. It's a bit too expensive. Sure, it's very high quality, but I just didn't like the movie enough to recommend it. And I can't say wait for a sale because I usually say that with movies that are good, but just a little bit too pricey. I didn't enjoy this movie. A lot of anime haters are going to hit the dislike button. I totally get it. I totally understand. It just was not my bag, and I don't see myself watching this again anytime soon. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you saw here, you can check us out on Facebook or Instagram, and like, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. My name is Parker Reed. You've been watching PR Media. Keep supporting physical media, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.
So many people, so many